Hello everybody, this is Gara again. I put this team together in about 5 minutes just so I could test if I'm getting any better. And I'm really happy with the results, I'll be quite honest. I did a lot better than I expected to do because I don't think this team usually when I build a team, I make a special wall, a physical wall, a mixed wall, and then two physical sweepers and a special sweeper because this metagame is mostly focused around special sweepers and special defense walls from what I've noticed. So instead of having a bunch of special things, I like to focus mainly on the physical. Seeing as you can see, I've got my Tentacruel is my mixed wall. It has Toxic Spikes, Scald, Protect, and Rapid Spin. Because none of my teams have spinners on it, and I'm starting to really hate that. But yeah, so I changed that with Tentacruel. Then I have what's that word? Specifically special wall is my Dragonite. Then my physical wall is Heatran, but he's mostly, or no, I don't know. See, I don't, no, okay, so I don't have a physical wall on this team, my bad. Then sorry, what's his name? Gengar is my special sweeper. Breloom is a setup physical sweeper. Heatran is a trapper with magma, whatever it's called. Taunt, Earthquake, and some other stuff. And Gyarados is just a choice banded Gyarados for just utility basically. So let's get into it. He leads off. This is a Sand team. He leads off with a Hippowdon. Goes for the Earthquake. I go for Toxic Spikes, and then I go for another layer of Toxic Spikes, I believe. Yeah, just to get, because he goes for Stealth Rocks. I go for the Rapid Spin, and he takes me out with another Earthquake. Bye, Cruel. I'll miss you, even though I hate you. I hate Tentacruel. I'm a Gen 1 person, so I started off with yellow version. Tentacruel was the bane of my existence. I hate them, but he apparently is worth something. So switch out into my Rage Quit, go for the Choice Banded fucking Waterfall, and it does a pretty good chunk, but not enough. And then I'm like, I'm not gonna overpredict. He'll probably sack it, and he doesn't. He goes into his Gastrodon, gets the excuse me, gets the Storm Drain, but he gets Toxic at the same time. So I'll go out to my special wall here, my Dragonite, to take the whatever move he wants to go for. I knew he would go for Scald, so I was like, if Dragonite gets burned, it's not that bad because he's specially based. He has Draco Meteor, Roost, Flamethrower, and T-Wave. So here I just go for Roost to get that HP back from the Stealth Rocks and the Scald. And he also has leftovers, as you can see there. And I switch him out to go in my Heatran, to take whatever this thing wants to do. It goes for Trick Room. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do now, so screw it, I'm going to set up Rocks, I believe. I taunt because I thought I was going to be faster. Or something like that. I don't remember what happened. I just know I wanted to taunt something because I've never taunted anything before. So I switch out to this thing to take the water move, even though I guess it would have been better to switch out to Dragonite to prevent, being hindered by a burn. But again, like I said, I threw this team together in 5 minutes, so I'll take it or whatever. And instead of Double Edge on this thing, like Smogon said, I wanted to put Thrash on because I missed Thrash from Gen 1, and it's basically a normal type Outrage. So, I mean, it's got a lot of coverage on it. He's max attack, and a lot of speed and HP. So, he's basically a bulky choice banded tank, if that's what you want to call him. My Toxic Spikes, I think I want to take that off and put like regular Toxic on, because then I can use other like statuses like my T-Wave and stuff like that. I go for Earth Power just to take that thing out, because I really hate Gastrodon. He goes for the Swords Dance. I go for Magma Storm, which traps him, and then the sand will kill him. I did not. I mean, I know like Kario's a paper cannon. Sorry, glass cannon, whatever. But whatever. And then I was like, I should have taunted that turn, but I wanted to kill him with a Magma Storm, so I taunted him there. As you can see, he goes for the Whirlwind, so that works in my favor. Toxic's going to wear him down, and Magma Storm's going to trap him, so he can't switch out. But he does kill me with Earthquake, and I'm like, oh, I should have predicted that, but I didn't, and so that turns into a double down. So I don't know what to lead off with, so I go into Breloom since Breloom hasn't had any coverage. He leads off with freaking Heatran, and I'm like, he doesn't want to take a Mach Punch. But I go for it anyway, just to see how much damage it would do on the Ranunculus, because he's not going to go into the Tyranitar because it would take too much damage. So it does nothing to the Ranunculus, so I'm like, well, they're usually especially defensive, but I guess he's bulky and physical as well. There, I guess I could have Swords Danced, but it would have been worthless. I wanted to switch into Dragonite to take a special move. He still does not take it as well as I wanted to, but I go for Draco Meteor to attempt to take that thing out because I realized that it was physically defensive and not special. And like I get a crit, and I don't know if that mattered, but I'm very thankful for those cookies. I've never seen a Tyranitar with Stone Edge. I've always seen him with like how my Tyranitar is set up with Crunch and stuff. But he used the rare one, and you know, he gets the cookies for being rare, just like I usually do. So I guess, you know, whatever. I go for Protect as I should have switched into Breloom, and if I did, the match probably would have turned out better. And even then, I should have probably went for something to get some more damage on this Tyranitar, like a Shadow Ball or something. But I totally that was a complete and total misplay. I go into the Breloom finally and get the, you know, Technician Life Orb boosted stab, Mach Punch on the super effective. Tyranitar, I go for Mach Punch here, it's not enough to finish him off, and he goes for the Lava Plume and takes me out. And I'm like, oh man, that last Gengar play. Like, if I would have just went to Breloom, Swords Dance, and Mach Punch, I could have totally pulled that off, and it just did not. Like, my head, like, right now, the insides of my brain are screaming at me like, oh, you're dumb, and you don't get cookies because you're dumb, and dumb people don't get cookies. And I'm like, you know what? I put this team together in 5 minutes. I should get cookies just for the creativity behind it. Like, have you ever seen a Magma Storm freaking Heatran in this metagame? Like, whenever I go, like, I know this is probably a newbie thing, but I go to Smogon and look at what they say, basically. But usually I'll scroll all the way down to the last suggestion just because that's the rarest set, and I'll use that in every single case. Like, except for Manectric, because I kind of put, like y'all see, he has the surprise Hyper Beam sometimes, but that's just, you know, I'll most of the time I'll go to Smogon just to see what people are using, and then I'll build it, and then I'll tinker with it around. I'll use it once before I tinker with it, but just because I play a lot differently from everybody else, and everybody plays differently from everybody else, but you know, I have to see what works for me, and then tinker from there. But with this Heatran, I went like straight. I didn't even look at the top set because most of them were Choice Band and Choice Scarf, and I was like, no, I'm not using those because I hate them. I hate it. I hate it. I can't express how much I hate it. But I went to the very last thing and it was like, oh, it has a unique move called Magma Storm. Because if you don't know, I haven't played the game that Heatran is from, and I'm like, well, if it's got a unique move, there's got to be some thought process to it. And I'm like, Toxic Spikes, Taunt, Magma Storm. Yeah, that could work. And so I tried it out here, and turns out Magma Storm is just gonna kill pretty much anything that doesn't have a resistance to it. So, and even then, like, I can Magma Storm and then switch out if I get the, you know, the right kind of move. But anyway, I'm rambling. So, you know, rate, comment, subscribe. I'm still looking for suggestions for. Oops, sorry about that. Still looking for. That was me looking up Gastrodon because I had no counters for it whatsoever. Anyway, yeah. Bye bye.